When's the best time to book a flight to Japan? Let's put it to the test. Hey guys, I'm Emmy from Been to Japan, and one of you commented the other day that you paid $1,500 for a flight from Chicago to Japan. So it got me thinking, what would that same flight cost today? Welcome to episode 1 of a new series where we search flights to Japan from the US and compare prices at different booking windows. Today we're going to start with Chicago. What we're doing, we're going to compare flights booked 2 weeks before departure, 2 months before, and about 4 months before, which today is falling during Japan's beautiful fall-autumn season. For each one, we're going to compare economy and premium economy so to see if upgrading is actually even worth it. And quick disclaimer, I am not a travel agent. I'm just sharing how I personally search for flights after planning trips to Japan for my family over the years, so prices change all the time. So this is simply just a snapshot of what's available today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's head over to Google Flights. So 2 weeks before departure, let's see what that looks like. August 10th through August 21st. Okay, that's not bad. It's better than the $1,500 that someone said they paid. $889, but again, look at the total travel time. It's 16 hours and 45 minutes. Again, the route, one stop. I'm definitely looking for non-stop options. And the total travel time here in ANA is 13 hours and it's only $11.38. So again, someone paid $1,500. This is actually much cheaper than that. So I would definitely book with this one if I had the time to go to Japan today. That would be a good pick. Let's scroll further just to see what else is out there. Yeah, so there's like 33-hour travel times, which obviously that's a no. But there's JAL here, 12 hours and 45 minutes, nonstop, but it's heading to Narita. And again, if you haven't flown to Japan before, flying into Narita is about an hour travel time to Tokyo proper. So just keep that in mind. But if you fly directly to Haneda, it's 30 minutes away from Tokyo proper. So it really depends on the price. If it's only a couple $100s more to fly directly to Haneda, that's something I would choose. Okay, so now let's look at premium economy. Again, we are 2 weeks out, and premium economy is $2,500. $2,500 for ANA, and as you can notice, it's only offered by JAL and ANA and Delta and United. 25 hours again, 13 hours total travel time. Here's some 17-hour options, hard pass. So if you had the budget to pay for premium economy, it's something to look into, but I think you can't beat the economy for $11.83. Now let's see if 2 months before departure changes anything. So again, keep in mind there was $11.83 for economy and then $2,500 for premium. So let's look at 2 months out. I'll say like 25th of September through October 9th. Let me switch this back to economy. So we are looking at economy now, 2 months out. First thing I see is 22 hours of total travel time. Again, time for another trip check. So we're looking at travel time, we're looking at route, we're looking at arrival airport, and we're looking at price. So its total travel time is 22 hours, which is a no, because we just saw it was 13 hours for the others. So now we're looking at JAL, we're looking at United immediately, because total travel time is 13 hours, and it's nonstop, and it's $13.73, and the previous one was $11.83. So not too much booking out 2 months ahead of time. But as you can see here, it says prices are currently high because we're going into the fall season of Japan, which is one of the popular seasons to travel to Japan aside from springtime. So just keep that in mind as we're looking at prices. And as you can see, yep, $13.73, and then there's $1,500 for ANA United. There's another ANA here down here, but again, the price is higher. So immediately I'm going to look at the JAL because of the total travel time and you're flying to Narita, or pay a couple $100 more and you're flying directly to Haneda. So just keep that in mind. So these are the two that I would probably toss up. But if I were to actually book, I would probably book the United ANA because I'm flying directly to Haneda and it's not much of a difference in total travel time. And it's only a couple $100 more to book the United. So that's what I would pick. Let's see what the premium economy looks like now. Okay, obviously 2,500 at least based on the previous search results that we saw. And then we've got the ANA for $3,000, which I would not do. So I'm skipping that. But if you have the funds, like, please enjoy the life's luxuries of having a lot of money. But that's something I would not book for myself personally, especially with my family. So now let's look into 4 months before departure. So let's go into November through December 11th. I'll do that. I'll switch back to economy. So we are now seeing economy seats for 4 months before departure. Another trip check. Total travel time, route, arrival airport, and price. So total travel time I'm looking at immediately is 13 hours ANA, and it's both Narita from United and ANA. Total travel time is similar. Both nonstop, which is great. And they're both the same price, so they're both $1,400. Again, still along the same lines as someone saying they bought $1,500 tickets, which sounds like it's average price. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so another gel, $1,325, 13 hours and 25, and it's $1,400. Okay, yep, sounds about right. Prices are currently typical for this time frame. So yeah, sounds like we want to book 2 weeks in advance before 2 weeks before departure. But again, it's also based on the dates, right? The dates and timing. So this may be like another popular time to travel to Japan because it's cooler. So just something to keep in mind. And then now let's check premium. Okay, so it looks like premium economy is like on average like about $2,500 a ticket. So it's about $1,000 more to fly premium. We can do another video on comparing what the premium economy seats feel like versus economy. So stay tuned for that. But this is just something you will want to keep in mind if you want to fly premium. It's going to be $1,000 more per person. So I want to do something a little different. Let's do the 2 weeks before departure because I think that was probably the cheapest flights that I found. So let's go to ANA's website and see if it's the same price. ANA flights. Nice. So we're going to be flying out of Chicago. I for the life of me cannot spell Chicago. Chicago. We're going to do Tokyo. Okay, we're going to do economy, and I think what we decided on was August 10th through the 21st. And I love this compare fares plus or minus 3 days feature just to see what other prices, how the prices change over the 3-day period from the day you depart. So let's search. Let's see what it says. It was $11.38 on Google Flights. Actually, I think United is probably a better deal because you're going to be flying to Haneda and it's nonstop as well. It's just like the ANA one and it's $11.38. So this one says $11.52, which is interesting because here it says $11.38. Why you got to do that? I'm going to try to book from here. Select flight. Let's just go through and book the whole thing and see what happens. So top returning flight. Yeah, you want this one because it's nonstop, least amount of time traveling. So that's what we're gonna do. See, so you can book with United directly. The first checked bag is free and there's one free carry-on. So if you can pack light, you're gonna save like a few $100s on this ticket. I would recommend carrying an extra bag into your checked bag, so that way you can carry more stuff back from Japan. So I think that's probably what, if you're on the budget, you would probably want to do. Okay, so total due is $1137.83, which is actually not bad. If I was flying from Chicago today, I would probably book this. The job can wait. Oh, I'm recording.
You working?
Yeah, can you get out? So yeah, I would probably book that versus going on ANA because it's already more expensive on ANA's website directly. So just something to keep in mind as you're booking. So I will definitely book with Google Flights over direct with ANA just because it's a much affordable price and it's similarly the same flight time and all that. So what do you think? Would you pay extra for premium economy or just stick with economy? And what city should we search for next? Leave it in the comments and it might be featured in our next episode. Thanks for watching again, and mata ne!